Many religious communities have the term Sisters of Charity as part of the name, while some Sisters of Charity communities refer to the Vincentian tradition, and in America to the tradition of Saint Elizabeth Ann Seton. Those links are by no means universal. It is important to recognize that there may be no family or historical relationship between groups having the phrase Sisters of Charity as part of the name. The rule of Vincent de Paul from the Daughters of Charity has been adopted and adapted by at least 60 founders of religious institutes around the world in the subsequent centuries. History. In 1633, Vincent de Paul, a French priest, and Louise de Marillac, a widow, established the Company of the Daughters of Charity as a group of women dedicated to serving the poorest of the poor. They set up soup kitchens, organized community hospitals, established schools and homes for orphaned children, offered job training, taught the young to read and write, and improved prison conditions. Louise de Marillac and Vincent de Paul both died in 1660, and by this time there were more than 40 houses of the Daughters of Charity in France, and the sick poor were cared for in their own dwellings in 26 parishes in Paris. The French Revolution shut down all convents, but the society was restored in 1801 and eventually spread to Austria, Australia, Hungary, Ireland, Israel, Portugal, Turkey, Britain, and the Americas. In 1809, American Elizabeth Ann Seton founded the Sisters of Charity of St. Joseph's, adapting the rule of the French Daughters of Charity for her Emmitsburg, Maryland community. In 1817, Mother Seton sent 3 sisters were sent to New York City to establish an orphanage. In 1829, 4 Sisters of Charity from Emmitsburg, Maryland traveled to Cincinnati to open St. Peter's Girls' Orphan Asylum and School. In 1850, the Sulpician priests of Baltimore successfully negotiated that the Emmitsburg community be united with the international community based in Paris. The foundations in New York and Cincinnati decided to become independent diocesan congregations. 6 separate religious congregations trace the roots to the beginnings of the Sisters of Charity in Emmitsburg. In addition to the original community of sisters at Emmitsburg, they are based in New York City, Cincinnati, Ohio, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Convent Station, New Jersey, and Greensburg, Pennsylvania. In 2011, the Daughters of Charity established the province of St. Louis, bringing together the West Central, East Central, Southeast, and Northeast provinces of the United States. Los Altos Hills in California remains a separate province. Sisters of Charity Federation in the Vincentian Setonian tradition. Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul, Sisters of Charity of New York, Sisters of Charity of St. Elizabeth, Sisters of Charity of the Immaculate Conception, Les Religieuses de Notre Dame du Sacré-Cœur, Sisters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul, Sisters of St. Martha, Sisters of Charity of Cincinnati, Sisters of Charity of Seton Hill, Sisters of Charity of Nazareth, Vincentian, Sisters of Charity, Sisters of Charity of Leavenworth, Sisters of Charity of Our Lady of Mercy. Many other groups called Sisters of Charity have also founded and operate educational institutions, hospitals and orphanages. Sisters of Charity of Australia, Sisters of Charity of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Sisters of Charity of Jesus and Mary, Sisters of Charity of Montreal, Sisters of Charity of Nevers, Sisters of Charity of Our Lady of Evran, Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine, Sisters of Charity of the Incarnate Word, Sisters of Charity of Our Lady Mother of the Church, Sisters of Charity of Saints Bartolomeo Capitanio and Vincenzo Gerosa, Sisters of Charity of Our Lady Mother of Mercy, Sisters of Divine Charity, St. Paul, Sisters of Chart, also known as the Sisters of Charity of St. Paul, Irish Sisters. Religious Sisters of Charity, founded by Mary Aikenhead in Ireland in 1815. Paris, France. The most famous convent is at 14 Rue du Bac in Paris, France. Born 1633. This was where Catholics believe Sister Catherine Labour received the vision of Immaculate Mary on the eve of Saint Vincent's feast day, 1830, and the dispensation of the miraculous medal.